What? I'm only watching in silence today. It's for the sake of securing the contract. I need you to understand. Tom, it seems like your turn is up. You need to answer Mr. Stevens' question. Hey, are you even listening?
Trouble Busters!
Alright, I'm done. Oh, Tom, what is it? You seem to be doing really well. Here, let me check your work. My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young man who started working at an app company called Applimacos. Be my nutrition. Did you say something? No, nothing. Your project proposal has a few rough edges, so I'll make some adjustments to it. What? You're doing it personally for me? Leave it up to me. Thank you so much. Well, it's been 3 years since the time I used to appreciate him at all. The moment I was assigned in Tanner's team, my project proposals were never approved. Well, rather than not being approved. What? I'm only watching in silence today? It's for the sake of securing the contract. I need you to understand. But I was the one who came up with the project. What are you talking about? All your projects were rejected. I had to remake it from scratch without switching anything. Huh? Why do you look surprised? I know I'm strict, but I know this is for your sake. After I give you a go, we can start pushing for the projects with your name on them. Huh? Maybe he's making sense. I told myself to just take it as is, and I compared my project proposal with Tanner's. What? And I realized that he'll never give me a go. It's been 3 years since then, and I've been working as a ghost planner for Tanner, but of course this time too. Make sure you don't say a word during this meeting. Leave it all up to me. Okay, I'll be as silent as a seashell. Yes, please. This is a $10 million business opportunity, and it'll become the biggest contract since our company was established. That bastard. The time has come. I've been waiting for the moment this company would be facing a $10 million business opportunity that's the biggest contract since our company was established. I'm going to let out all my grudges from the last 3 years. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! And so, everything is the way you see in the handouts. Thank you so much for listening. I did it. I did it so well. Huh? Oh. All he did was read the presentation document. Even a kid in elementary school can do that work. It's okay. We can't say for sure whether his thought process is worth that laugh. Whether it's worth waking up to and listening to. Unless we listen to what he has to add to his presentation. Add? But as of this moment, you're being evaluated extremely lowly. What? Really? Oh, I don't even know where to start pointing things out. There are so many things I don't understand unless you add to it like a light novel plot. How should I say it? I have a headache. We've come all the way out here for a $10 million business opportunity. I had to wake up at 5 in the morning. To be clear, this project proposal is extremely considerate to the investors. If you're being so inconsiderate to the investors, I'd be worried that you don't have the ability to walk in the end customer's shoes at all. What? What the heck? Can't you just get an easy okay like I usually do? This is so annoying. Mr. Tanner? Yes, what is it? Speaking from the conclusion, there are way too many things that we don't understand from this project proposal, so we can't approve it for that reason. We'd like to ask questions regarding our concerns. Is that okay with you? Yes, as long as it's something I know. As long as it's something you know? What is it? Are you saying there are things that you won't know even if we ask you? Well, you're just twisting my words. Why do you keep making us feel insecure? What is this intimidating aura that I feel from these three? Alright, time to ask questions. Question number 1. Regarding the on-demand app your company is proposing that connects licensed psychologists and clinical psychologists with users, what benefits does this service offer from the psychologist's perspective? Huh? What? What the heck is wrong with this guy? What exactly is he trying to ask? It's not on the handout. We're asking about things that aren't on the handout. Please, answer my question. I'd assume you can answer such a basic question, right? These guys are so mean. I have no choice at this point. Tom, it seems like your turn is up. You need to answer Mr. Stevens' question. Hey, are you even listening? Hey!
Hey! We're asking you this question!
Tanner, weren't you telling that young man that he's only here to watch today? You were telling him that he's still too inexperienced until you started reading the handout. You were saying it to us, too, even though we never asked. Well, this was supposed to be your idea, right? Yes? Then I don't understand why you're expecting him to answer my question. Will you explain why? Oh, goodness.
Hurry up and answer the question!
As investors, we don't have the time to be wasting here. Exactly. This isn't the only question we have for you. What? Well, what made you think that it was the only question? Again, you won't find the answer in that handout.
There's no answer there. Even if it exists, it should be in your mind!
And that's why we're asking you. Or else we can't proceed. Damn it, these guys are really intimidating. Why? Why is this happening? I thought Tom's presentation was invincible. What? Is this guy actually doing this just to humiliate me? Did he come up with a project proposal that was so sloppy just so he could close the deal with his own hands at the end?
Why do you keep looking at your subordinate's face?
Is the answer to the question on his face or something? If you can't answer my question, please, forget that this meeting ever happened. I'm so sorry. It seems like the handout that we prepared was a rough draft. Oh, Tom, why did you do this? You weren't supposed to bring the rough draft. Oh, you're so clumsy. Hold on a second. This is the rough draft? Yes, it seems like Tom accidentally brought it here. So were you reading out loud the rough draft so confidently earlier? Huh? Why didn't you realize that this was the rough draft while you were reading it out to us? Well, that's because I thought it was the complete version. So, is the complete version as sloppy as the rough draft since you mistakenly thought it was the complete version? No, it's not.
Then why is it that you never noticed it?
It was because I trusted him. But, if you will please, allow me to go get the complete version at our office. Allow you to go get it? I'm sorry! You're acting like a kid in elementary school who's saying that you did your homework but left it at home. What are you even thinking going back to get it? Then how are you going to handle this situation? We can't even start anything until you answer my question. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience, but worst case scenario, I'd have to ask us to gather again on another day. Nope, not happening. Mr. Tanner, are you actually mistaking us for students on summer vacation or something?
We all have our own schedule! Just as Kenneth mentioned, we're not little kids who are begging for snacks running around town. We had to work around other things to make time for this meeting today too, to listen to a wonderful project proposal.
There's no such thing as gathering again on another day. Can't you just have someone send you over that complete version by email or something? That's right. You have a tablet with you at least, right? I'm embarrassed to tell you that I don't even have a tablet. Unbelievable. I'm so sorry. And so, when would all three of you be able to gather again?
There's no such thing as gathering again!
You should listen to what we just told you. This isn't happening. Please leave.
Whoa, a tablet!
Jeez, you have it after all.
If you have a tablet, have someone at the company send you the data of the complete version right now!
Why were you lying when you did have a tablet? I wasn't lying! But you brought the company's tablet with you. It's right there. This isn't mine, it's Tom's! Oh, it's his?
Your subordinate saved your life!
Hurry up and ask for the complete version. Besides, this is all because you have no idea about the project unless you refer to a document. I wish you answered that question from earlier without that complete version. Anyway, let's take a short 10-minute break and resume after that. We haven't even started! I've never been in such a terrible business meeting before.
You better turn things around here, or else we're not signing the contract. You better get it together!
Oh goodness. What on earth are you even thinking? Stop ignoring me. Answer my question. We're on break right now. Talk! I give you permission. Why did you make such a sloppy proposal? You better have a reason. Where's the complete proposal that will convince all the CEOs here to sign the contract? There's no such thing. What? I'm not the one who came up with that sloppy proposal. You are. What are you talking about? In truth, the one who came up with it was me. but the original idea as well as the development was all signed under your name. And this is on the official record of our company. You said that the project proposals that I come up with are always flawed and you can't even use them, right? To be precise, my project proposal was rejected, and you were the one who remade it, and that was the proposal that you brought today, isn't it? Let me give you one answer just to give you a special service. The benefits that the psychologists would gain was for them to be able to become independent without even having a branch. They get to work freelance. They can also gain clients, even though they have no sales or marketing skills.
Duh! That makes sense. I had a feeling that was the case.
In no time, you'll stop smiling like that.
What?
The special service is only once. The rest of the questions need to be answered by utilizing your own knowledge and creativity.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I know I might have been a bit too strict on you, and I apologize for that. Once this project goes through, let me go ahead and push you forward from now on, right? Let's do that.
You can't be switching your stance all of a sudden. You were just 3 years too late to start doing the right thing. I have grudges against you to the point I'll never change my mind. And I already know you'll never change. So...
Of course Melanie would get mad at you, Steven.
The back? I'm going to reveal your true level of talent here. I'll do my best to get what I want, so you'd better do so too. Or else you'll end up corrupt. For sure.
So, those are the benefits that the psychologists would gain. Okay, well, I guess that was... good enough to agree that it was a valid answer. I'm glad I satisfied you. So this concludes this
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Huh?
It's regarding the price setting on the handout. It says first-time patients would pay $25 to $50, and repeat clients would pay $15 to $25. But this price setting is about the same as a normal clinic visit, isn't it?
Yes, I guess.
What exactly is the benefit of calling a doctor home?
Sure, that's a very difficult problem, and...
What? Are you done? Did your heart stop beating? Huh? What about the complete version?
We thought you had the complete version of the document sent to you. Answer us!
If you end up being silent, there is nobody talking who would represent Aplimokos. What kind of situation is this? What kind of a presenter is speechless?
An unhappy clown. A taxi driver who doesn't know any street names. A revolution without any action. Again, that handout doesn't have the answer!
Okay, this is over.
What a crappy show. Needless to say, for bringing such a sloppy project proposal to waste our time, we'll have Aplimokos be responsible for this matter. I'm so sorry. Well, we'll go ahead and make this proposal better by our next meeting.
We can't allow that. Do you really think we'd reconsider it after you've done such a lousy presentation? You're late on a date, you forgot to bring the movie ticket, the restaurant you took the girl to was terrible, and yet you're telling the girl, see you next time? Do you really think there'll be a second date? That silence answers his question. Goodbye. Would you please hold a second? Whoa, first time he talked. Tanner, will you please promise me?
Promise?
If I answer all the questions they have regarding this project, and they all agree to move forward with the contract, can I report to the upper management that this project was my idea and my work?
What?
I mean, it's only the truth.
No, your project proposal wasn't good, so that's why it was rejected.
Then why can't you answer their questions?
Well,
I'm sure I know how to answer their questions, but what do you think? If you're going to say no to this condition, I'm going to shut my mouth again, and that'll mean we failed this contract. You'll end up being solely responsible for this.
But then, that doesn't make it okay for you to steal all the credit.
This is only a natural demand, and I'm not backing off. If you don't like that, we can just call it a day. Full Max Company, Sable Holdings, Toys Kenneth Planning, all the major companies have gathered, and yet we're about to lose this business opportunity because of your failure.
We'll continue to insist on a business relationship with them after what happened today.
That's impossible. Mr. Kenneth earlier explained why through his example of how there's no such thing as a second date. The moment we walk out of this door, it's the end of the story. The door to see the three of these gentlemen will never open for us again. He got me. He's been acting as if he was obeying me all this time, but he was actually a rebel? He's been waiting for the best moment to retaliate. Tom's right. Once we walk out of that door, it's the end of the story. The door will never open, and we'll never get to be at this negotiation table, and I'll be solely responsible for that matter. The situation is so severe to the point where it's impossible to turn the tables around. It's absolutely hopeless. Damn it, Tom! We're very sorry about this, but would you please give us just a few more moments? He's giving me the ultimate choice, where there's no way for me to win. In the meantime, if you may allow me to be so bold, I'll go ahead and tell a few funny stories while you wait. Going back right now will mean that my career is over! Huh? A funny story? That's quite bold of you. The contract that our company's CEO has always dreamed of? What could be even funnier than what happened in this meeting room today? I'll end up destroying this huge opportunity just because I couldn't really answer any questions! This is going to be a story about a couple who decided to get married because of a dragonfly who's never asked for extra noodles in their lives, while the couple's actually a triplet that's been chased down by a mysterious organization for 3 consecutive generations so far. And at the end, they'd match with PK and soccer, but it'll end up becoming a no-side game. That's such a complicated plot. Wait, there's just way too much information. I feel like I'm already lost. Can I take notes? If it's funny to listen to, can I make that into my manga?
Tell us about it! I'd love to learn what happens in that story!
Oh, you guys just love it, don't you? Roger that! I can't possibly leave like this, but I can't possibly play this game when all I have is a few sheets of paper that are as good as an operating manual that's inside a 20th century gaming console! In that case, do I have no choice but to let Tom handle this presentation from here? But what's gonna happen if I were to allow him to do that? Tom's talent will be recognized and my reputation will be downhill! I'll never get promoted for the rest of my life. It's like starting a new game with weaker stats. It's because there's no such thing as a reset in life. There's no such thing as reincarnating in a different world in reality. However, I'm sure I wouldn't be as punished as if I were to choose the former. At least I'll get to keep my job. But if things go the other way, I won't get to keep my job. I'll be unemployed. 1 out.
2 out!
3 out. Change. And so, I'll end up like that.
Hey, geezer. If that's all the empty cans you collected, you can't even buy a loaf of bread.
I can't afford to let that happen. Anyway, that bastard. I really hate him. He really got me this time. He's trying to make all his contributions nothing just to make all these great CEOs be his witnesses to turn this whole game around. He pretended as if he's an obedient sheep, but turned out to be a tiger. He was a tiger who's here to bust the trouble. Damn it! Damn it! And so, my plan succeeded. The entire project became mine, and the credit was mine as well. After the presentation ended, the CEOs of the 3 major corporations immediately sent an email stating that the project had been entirely Tom's original concept and proposal, that the person in charge would be changed effective immediately, and that all future contracts would require me, Tom, as the overall supervisor. As a result, Tanner's actions quickly became known throughout the entire company and to all employees. Even the president could no longer shield him, and eventually approached him about resigning at his own request. Tanner became a former employee and disappeared from the company. But leaving the company was not the end. Tanner was 55 years old, and his life was far from over. Yes, this was the beginning of the harsh and unforgiving chapter that befits someone who had spent his life taking credit for other people's work. What? A divorce?
I never thought you'd quit your job. You should have stuck around no matter what they did.
I wish I could do that, but it was just so uncomfortable.
Now that you're unemployed, I'm the one who's uncomfortable being with you, so our relationship is over. I'm taking half of my all-due marital assets. You'd better be ready for that.
No way.
Our very last cooperative task together is going to be the divorce application, okay?
No!
Mr. Tanner, do you have any certificates?
I don't, but I have motivation.
Not enough motivation. It'll be challenging for you.
How did my life end up like this?
If that's all the empty cans you collected, you can't even buy a loaf of bread.
If only I acknowledged what my subordinate could do, I wouldn't have ended up in this situation. Incidentally, the president who had refused to listen to a word I said was later bought out by Steven and ultimately cast out of the company.
Oh no!
As for me, I rose all the way to an executive position at the newly restructured Aplimokos, and everything was going smoothly. I planned to make as much money as possible while I could, so I could semi-retire and indulge in a life of non-stop gambling. Trouble
Busters!